Good morning, everyone. This is Ali from Ali's Cards and Knickknacks. I hope everyone's well today and going fine. It's finally dried up here, which I'm really happy about. So, today... Good morning, everyone. This is Ali from Ali's Cards and Knickknacks. That was my computer, so I can see any messages that come through. So talking about messages, if you've just popped in, remember to leave me a message. I'll remind you during that so I know who's watching and we can have a chat if you like. That would be fabulous. Okay, today we're going to use this amazing little set. When I first saw it, I have to be honest, I thought, I'm not sure what I can do with that. But I ended up being gifted this set, so I thought, well, let's see what I can do. So here we are, amazing silhouettes, and it also comes as a bundle, the dies, the word dies. So that's very good. So I quite like the word dies. I'll probably use that lots actually. But I've come to quite enjoy this set. I've used it as a background stamp this time. And maybe I can show you some other ways to use it, but I thought I'll use all three stamps and use it as a background. These are the cards that I've made. I've kept them in colour. So we've got three different colours. Evening Evergreen is that middle one. Soft Succulent, and of course I've gone blank. Oh, there you go. Isn't it terrible when you have a Fresh Freesia, when you have a mind blank? So kept them quite simple. I feel like the stamp was enough, and then put the words on it, gave it a 3D dimension, and some little they're actually broken glass. They're fake sea glass shapes, these ones here. So I don't know if you can see them very well. So, and down here. Quite a simple card. I stepped it up a little bit here, used ribbon. There. And I coloured some pearls in the Evening Evergreen, so I could match it. And here, the fresh. You're amazing. Now this could be a birthday card, this could be a thank you card, this could be just a hello card when someone's feeling a bit blue and needs a pep up. You know, sending a card in the mail to someone that may be feeling a little bit down or miserable is a wonderful way. We're back. Wonderful. I hope that interruption wasn't too bad. I just had a little connection problem there. All right, let's get started. I'm scared I'm going to lose the internet. So I've already done a bit of cutting. So we need 3 card bases. So 21 centimetres by 14.8 centimetres. And we cut that in half. There we go. I'll just sit myself down. There we go. Now, I've used black as the base colour on all my cards today. You could use black as your base card. That could save you some cardboard. So I'll just glue this in. Get a tape runner. Here we go. So that's the base, and then we need, which the base card then is 10 centimetres by 14.3, and the next card here is 9.5 centimetres by 13.8. Okay, and we're going to use the Fresh Freesia first. And it's actually hard to do random. So I always sort of like to sort of do the half ones off to force me to be more random. Because random actually looks better than when you're trying to plan out something. And then I just will fill in the blanks here. And even though I tried random, look at that. It looks like I've lined it up. Can you believe it? Doesn't matter how hard I try to be random, and I don't get it. I just obviously a person that needs to. There we go. So that's my background stem. So it's a bit like creating your own DSP, I guess. Right. One of my lights are flickering. I've just turned that off to stop the flickering. It was annoying, wasn't it? So on this card, we're going to put "You are amazing." So you just need a little piece of soft freesia and a piece of black card, and you need to cut it. So luckily, I've already done that for you. So here's our little bits. Okay, so what we do is then there's the background for the U. Here's the U here. And I'm just going to put a few dots. And I find when I'm daubing glue, this is wonderful. And of course, it's not going to work this morning. Oh my goodness. Bear with me while I get a pin. It's my fault for not testing it before going live. We will get there. Here we go. That's a big dog. So once you've got your piece all daubed, you don't really need a huge amount of glue because it's going to press through. Place it onto your card. There you go. I always start from the end back. I'll just now the next piece. Here we go. Here's the little black background. And I'll daub this with glue. Now you can dress these up in multitude of ways. You could add ribbon to all of them. You could put these on the words on dimensions if you wanted to. There we go. I'll just start with the G. If you get that in place, helps to get the rest in place. There you go. Now we're just going to put amazing on first because we want that in the middle. That's all the glue we need. And then pop that in the middle there, like that. That's lovely. And then the U there. Now, I will have written instructions on my blog, and I'll upload this video to YouTube, so you can watch it on YouTube anytime. If you're on Facebook, give me a like, or YouTube. Yep, subscribe to my channel so you can see all my cards as I make them. I do a video every week. And next week, so that's that card there. Next week I'm doing fancy folds. So if you like the challenge of a fancy fold, join me next week and we'll be making a couple of fancy fold cards. Now I'll very quickly do the others because they're all basically the same except for the stamps, and I'll bling them all up together. Now, because we've got a new catalogue coming, which is very exciting, and because I'm a demonstrator, I've already seen it, even though it comes out in May, and it's lovely, really fabulous, some lovely new ideas that we'll get to play with. I've already put one order in for the new ink colours. As you know, Stampin' Up! Changes the ink colours once a year, so there's 5 colours that we get, 5 new colours, and they stay for 2 years, and then we say goodbye to them, and each year we get a new colour, new range of colours. All right, so we've done our fresh freesia, so we'll close that up. Let's do soft succulent. Okay, soft succulent. This one is the leafy design here with the shadowing on the back. Now I want to make sure I get a nice full one right in the middle. That's what I would like. And then I'm just going to cover the page really after that. I'll twist and turn. Really, it's up to you how you place your stamps when you're making a background. You might like only putting 1 or 2 in the background. But I was determined to sort of do more of a background feature this time, because using your stamps as DSP is a wonderful thing, because not everyone can afford to buy lots of DSP. It's not cheap. And if you've got stamps, why not use them? You know, use them to make your backgrounds and then create your card from there. You know, you could do a floral bouquet in the middle here if you liked. There's lots of different things you can do. So this card, we're just going to put thanks. So you would get your die cuts from the stamp set and cut them out of a scrap like this. It doesn't take much scraps. So you would get your die cuts, you'd get the thanks, the normal and the shadow black and your soft succulent, and cut them out. To save time, I've already done that. Here it is. So here's our thing. So once again, get the old dog glue. Now Stampin' Up! Does have a fine glue for this type of work, or you could use double-sided sheets. I always forget to pull them out. I do have them, and I really do forget to use them. So that's where you put a double-sided sheet onto your card where you're going to die cut something out that's a bit fiddly. There we go. So start at the end. That way you can get it to sit where you want. And the K just needs a bit of an adjustment. There we go. Let that sit for a second or two. And then we turn it over and glue the back. Sorry, my hand's probably in the camera. Can't help it. Left-handed. Maybe if I move it along. So if you've ever been interested in being a demonstrator, you don't have to be an active demonstrator like me. You can just be a craft demonstrator. I've got a couple of girlfriends. I didn't know them before I joined Stamping Up, but they started to come to my class and we've become very close friends. And it's actually a wonderful, wonderful situation. And they're craft demonstrators, so they don't do classes, they don't do any of that. They just put an order in during the 3-month course to meet the requirements, and they come to my classes. We talk about craft, we have barbecues. They obviously don't talk about craft all the time, but it is a big part of our life, and we all enjoy having someone that we can chat with and have a similar interest. I have people that that's a bit too long for this card, so I need to trim that. So I've pulled it back up. I like to clean my cleaner after I've trimmed it because I'll have glue on it. But there we go. Trimmed, fixed. That slowed me down, didn't it? Eh? I'll clean that. Simple way of cleaning is with a wet one. Okay, now this next one is even more simple. Even though we add our ribbon to it. There we go. Now I'm inking up using Evening Evergreen. And I just want to use it 3 times. So 1 in the middle, then re-ink, and I'm just going to stamp off the page there. And stamp off the page there. Okay, and that's my background. A very simple technique, but I think it lends itself to having a ribbon. Now to do ribbon, I like to do a bit of double-sided tape on the back. Then that just makes it easy to place our ribbon. Now I think that's a bit low where I put it, so I'll try again. There we go. That will help me a great deal. So I've got my ribbon there in place. Now you can use your tape or your glue. I am a glue girl. Some people prefer tape, and that's fine. We all have our preferences. I just like glue because it enables me to pull it up again if I see very quickly that something's not right or crooked or too long, like I just did. Right, just placing this, trying to put it evenly onto the card. There we go. Now, tricky part, tying our ribbon without making it too tight but not loose either, because too tight will pull our card up. Too loose, it sort of... Now, a little trick I did learn of someone, can't remember who, when you're having problems tying, to keep it in place, use your pick. Here's my pick. Here's a sticky dot, mini glue dots they're called. Now I'm going to put that right in the middle, and I'm going to tie again. And I've just pushed it into the dot. See how it's now kept that tight and taut? I can take my time now tying my bow. So if you ever have troubles keeping something firm while you tie your bow, or you've got little tails and you need to pay a bit more attention, that's a good method. You can still pull your ribbon up for adjusting, etc. But it just gives you a bit of time. I like my bows a bit smaller. Here we go. So now just tease that out. Bows are not the easiest thing. Some people can tie them beautifully within seconds. But there's my little hint for today when you're tying a bow, because they can be quite frustrating, but a little sticky dot right where you tie it will help you. So there we go. There's our bow in place. We've trimmed the tail, and now we're going to use the two big words out of the set, amazing. And I just need to pop that out, and thanks. So we will very quickly dab glue on these so we can put them on our card, and then let's bling everything up. So won't take me long, so bear with me. Once again, leave me a message, or subscribe to my channel, or when you're over to my blog, sign up for weekly notification as I do put written instructions on how to make things, and news articles. And I will be expanding that. And if you're interested in a monthly newsletter, give us a hoy, leave me a message, and or drop me a private message and leave me your email address, and I'll put you on the list for a monthly newsletter. And that newsletter entails the specials that are happening within Stamping Up and what I'm up to, my classes, any specials that I'm running. There we go. There's the two words. And what did I put on my sample? So amazing, thanks. So I just sort of did a quickly running writing. So up the top there. So I know everyone likes things kept short and sweet. There we go. That's my third card today. And just to bling them up, so I hope you can see all of them. I'll just tidy up a little bit, push them over, so hopefully you can see all three cards. There we go. And I'm going to turn my pick around to the flat piece. I'm going to put some fake seagrass shapes on here on the soft succulent one. So I think these haven't been carried over, but you know what, I like to still use them. I don't remember seeing them in the new catalogue, but I think they're still beautiful, and I like to use things up. And these type of things we can use up. We don't need to move them on. All right, so where else will I put some? So I needed to use my pointy end to pick these up. These didn't like being picked up with the flat end. And did you see how quick and easy that was? So there you go. I've just put I don't know where I put my colour. Oh, there it is. Put my fake seagrass glass shapes on. Now the pearls. Let's put some pearls on this one. Amazing, thanks. So these are pearl basic jewels. I'm going to put a plain pearl up on the eye. There we go, like that. And I'm going to colour a couple in. Not many, just using my blend. And that's all you do, is, and then let it dry. A big one, giant one. And I will use my flat here because there we go. Oh! I'm going to put that there with a big one, I think. Yep, beautiful. And that one there. Okay. There's just a couple of pearls there to dress that up. And I really do like these basic pearls because you can colour match them with whatever you're doing. Now I've got some leftover pearls from the hydrangea set, and I can use the other end of my pick there. And I'm going to put 1, 2, there we go. Come on, big fella. Now, we don't like to use uneven, even numbers, do we? No, so I've got even here, so I need to place another one somewhere on the eye there. What do you think? Too much? So a little bit. I just gotta, sometimes you just keep going overboard, don't we? But I can't help myself. So that's 7 pearls on that, using up all my beautiful pastel pearls from the hydrangea set. So there we are today. Thank you for listening. Remember to leave me a message and say hi. I do go over any messages left. Oh, hi Sam. How are you, darling? I hope you like this simple background cards. You could easily make lots of them. So this would be a good invitation style card. This one or this one you could make for a card. Thanks again for joining me in Tuesday's live session. I really appreciate you stopping by. Love to your family, love to all. Happy crafting. Have a good day. Bye for now.